Welcome back to my garden, everybody. For the last couple weeks we've been out camping, so now I'm back home and I'm kind of walking around. Thought I'd give an update and see how everything has been growing. Now that it's summer and we've hit 90 degrees, stuff has been growing a lot, so I have to kind of keep up on watering. So we've been out watering it once a day or every other day. So the razzmatazz, as you can see, is starting to get a lot of little berries, a lot of little grapes. There's a whole bunch of them at the top that are a lot bigger. I have had to pick off some of the Japanese beetles, so I've come out in the afternoons. As you can see, I'm just using a cup of water with soap, because that's what I read online works really well. My avocado plant, all full of green leaves. I don't think it'll get any avocados this year, but this is brand new, so it's still doing really well from fast-growing trees. My lemon plant, I brought it into the shade. It was starting to get some yellow trees. But we have a whole bunch of lemons still, and looks like we're getting some flowers again. I don't know if they'll flower any, but some of my leaves are turning yellow, so I've had to come back around and water them. I did give them a little bit of food. It's the middle of the summer and it's really hot, so hopefully putting in the shade will help that. The lemon tree still hasn't done anything. It's got lots of growth. My coffee tree has come back around. It was pretty rough a couple months ago, but as you can see, it's got whole new leaves, so it's liked being outside. And vanilla, it's still just kind of floating around. And kiwis are taking over. So these are all kiwi up here. As you can see, I pruned the kiwis wrong last time, so I am learning, and hopefully next year they will do better. Here is my lemon tree. I don't know if I'm gonna have to trim back some of this new growth on the bottom. It seems to be taking off from the bottom and growing up. There's a wasp flying around, but it's got lots of new growth, but a lot of it's at the bottom. My sweet potatoes are still here. I'm probably gonna have to pull them out soon. I probably need to water them. They're getting pretty down. Here I had carrots. I pulled them up this week. As you can see, I've got a few decent carrots. They weren't very big this year. I didn't put a lot of effort into them. I'm not a huge carrot person. But as you can see, there's a few orange ones, and we'll see how they taste. Pulled up my potatoes this week. As you can see, I got quite a bit of potatoes. I should have weighed them. Maybe I'll go back and weigh them. But we took the first batch camping. We made mashed potatoes for everybody. And then we pulled out the last 5 bags this week, and I have a video on that. And it's fun to pull them out. It's like a little treasure hunt trying to figure out what's gonna come up, because you don't really know until you get down there to see. Coming around the back here, I have my grapes. I have not been as impressed this year with my Concord grapes. Last year, I think by now I had a whole bunch of grapes. So last year it was just the first time planting. This year I pruned them in the winter, and I don't know if maybe I didn't prune them right. As you can see, the Japanese beetles are getting into them, so I have to keep working on that. But they've gotten some brown leaves and not doing as well as I would have hoped. Over here we have blueberries. We've been able to start pulling off lots of blueberries. As you can see, they're getting nice and blue and pretty big. We've already been pulling off a few, and so we're using them. I like to make blueberry muffins, and so we'll see how they keep coming along, and we'll keep making some muffins. We might be getting towards the end, but we've still got lots of blueberries on there. And here are my tomatoes. The tomatoes took a few weeks. They were green, and they're finally turning red. So I've been able to pick off 4 or 5 of the tomatoes this week, and I've been eating some of the bronze torch tomatoes, which are these tomatoes, and they're pretty good. They're a small cherry tomato, I think, but they grow really well here. And then these are my beef steak hybrid, which I've been able to start pulling off, and so we can harvest some more. Whoops. But yeah, I've been eating these. I've been making some BLT sandwiches. So these one came pretty well. And I don't have blossom rot this year. I used actual tomato plant food. And so I hope that helped, because every year I seem to get the bottoms where they're turned white. and they rot off. I have lettuce that I've been picking to make my lettuce, as you can see. And down here we're also starting to get some cantaloupes to grow. So we have one cantaloupe, we got a cantaloupe over here, and there's another cantaloupe somewhere. Oh, there's a cantaloupe over here starting to grow. So hopefully soon we'll get some cantaloupes. My blackberries are getting towards the end of the season. I got lots of blackberries this year, and I built this trellis for them this year, which really helped get them off the ground. And I see next year's shoots for the blackberries are huge, so I'm probably going to cut those back. I'll have to remember when to go cut them back. But the blackberries have gotten really big. I definitely have wasps around, because there's a wasp on there eating that blackberry. But we still have a few that are red. We still have a few that are churning, but they're definitely getting ready. Here is my corn. I've been starting to get corn, and I've been able to pick some of it. I picked one that didn't actually have any kernels, so it never actually was able to pollinate. And so I opened it. It was pretty funny because there was nothing there. And then I have more corn at the top of my yard up in the little raised bed that I built because I had extra seed, and so I figured I'd just use them all. This was what I originally thought I would grow, but then as the summer went on, I thought I would grow more. And that shouldn't be ready till September. I have green beans. I've been able to get lots of green beans. We have more green beans than we know what to do with. So we've got green beans. These ones are kind of thin right now, but there's some big ones. We've been picking them and eating them. And I had more potatoes over here on this side and here, and I pulled all them out this week, so they're all gone. And then finally we have strawberries. Like I've said, these are my strawberries from Gurney's, and they were bare root that I planted in April, and I didn't even know if they would create strawberries. The top ones have not made any strawberries, but the ever-bearing ones on the bottom have had lots of strawberries. So we've been able to come out, and basically every day we've had a whole crop of strawberries that we've been able to pick. And so, as you can see, these strawberries have been worth every penny that we have been able to get out of them. There's lots of strawberries. So, as you can see, we're getting lots of strawberries. I'm going to try to set a camera on them because something is eating them, and I want to know what's eating them. So maybe I'll do a time lapse of the strawberries in my garden and see what is eating them. But as you can see, I've got more strawberries that have been wonderful this year. So I'm super excited about all my strawberries. And I got more down here. So we've got, they kind of hide in there, lots of strawberries. So thank you, that's all I've got for today. As stuff keeps growing, I'll keep giving little updates. I'm kind of enjoying this. So have a great day.